All right, Mike is live.
All right, guys, we're going.
All right, here we are, episode 3.
What's up, guys? Welcome to First and Third.
Well, first of all, is there anybody here that isn't sunburned?
I think everybody's sunburned.
I'm so sunburned.
You're
How
not
are you not sunburned?
Sunscreen?
Big week. Lots to talk about. Waka this week. Monday nights. Avengers came out this week.
I saw it today.
We're not talking about it. No, it's too early. It's too early.
It made you feel some kind of way.
Definitely.
All right, before we get too far in here, we have 2 guests today. The first, Adam Hustler.
Hello.
So, Adam, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I have been playing for 12 years. I started in October 2007, and I actually work for Waka, helping to manage Texas, New Orleans, the Carolinas, and part of Florida. And I have been working with Waka since October of 2013.
Yeah, he's a big wig.
What got you into playing kickball?
Big wig.
We really want this story?
Actually, yes.
Girls.
Just
No.
2 minutes or less, though.
2 minutes or less is easy. Went through a horrendous breakup. Met up with a bunch of friends to go play drunken kickball with just a bunch of my old punk rock friends.
Wait a minute. There's no other kind of kickballs.
Well, fair enough. Just a bunch of friends that I grew up with, playing music with and everything, actually. And I played high school and college sports, so it was one of those things where I'm sitting there looking at it, and all of a sudden on the other side of the park, I see people actually playing this seriously, and I'm like, wait. I can play this for serious and go do stuff. So I ended up starting to play about 2 months later was when the next season started, because it was apparently like the week before their playoffs. And ever since then, it's been nonstop.
Excellent. Our other guest, Miss Noelle Walsh.
Hi.
Shit, I think you and I have been playing together for almost. What? I don't want to say it.
10?
It sounds a lot worse when you say it. Yeah.
Somewhere between 8 and 10 years.
Yeah. So.
But I've got like 12 to 13 years playing football. I started on a Sunday Fun Day League, moved up, became a circuit player, I've done all of it. Played women's, love playing women's.
Oh, I love women. I mean, what?
Yeah. Of course you do.
So we've got two players from the charity side of the Waka tournament this weekend, and 2 from the competitive side. Adam and I were on villains, and I wasn't quite sure what kind of team.
We were on the same team.
Oh, you're on the same team?
Yeah. We only have like 6 different team names, but
Well, I remember
I don't know what it is.
Yes, the team name did change officially 4 times. 4 times.
Hey, charity kickball is some serious stuff.
Yeah.
Gotta get into it. You want to recap Monday first, and then
Yeah, let's start with that. So, Monday. All right, first 2 games, the early games. SK beat New Kicks 6-0.
Yeah, we had a pretty good game. Some of our newer players showed up. Not new players, but new to the team players showed up. We brought on CJ, because we love having a little card up our sleeve for charging. Pretty solid game. I got to throw a shout out to my girls again. You guys get better every week. I can't complain. Everybody did what they're supposed to do, and less errors this time, especially on my part. But no, New Kicks was a fun team to play. Don't actually tell you the truth. I drank a little too much this weekend. I don't remember.
The second game at the 6:30 time was Elite. We discussed a little bit last week after their loss. They're definitely back. I reffed that game. The score was only 5-1 against Kick Names, but it was a very one-sided game. The only run that Kick Names scored was Ricky. The final inning, he was just like, I'm not going to stop running. And he just kept running, and they didn't get him out, and he got a home run.
Ricky does that. Ricky does that. We all know Ricky does that.
So yeah, a very one-sided game. 7:30 slot. I don't want to talk about one of these games. My team was absolutely destroyed by Prestige Worldwide.
I think you kind of earned that one, though, buddy.
Two things contribute to this. One, I think our opening win, 7-0, let a lot of the new people be overconfident. I think that was a major issue. And there were errors upon errors upon errors upon errors.
But
I can honestly say about 11 runs were scored off errors.
Well,
like dropping balls, throwing after people, you name it.
And Prestige is one of those teams that they're going to take that little error and make them big errors. That's just how they are. You got to play tight.
That's the confusion. We've got 4 veteran players, I think, and most everybody else coming from dodgeball or never played kickball before, so it was ugly.
That's right. You got to have those ugly games. Those ugly games make you a better player.
It was a good object lesson for a lot of people on the team. And then Elite had the doubleheader this past week, 10-0 against Kick James.
And Kick James, I was rooting for you guys. But I understand Elite was still coming off that tragic loss.
Oh yes, and they also had their full roster mostly intact this past week as well, which they hadn't had previously.
Full roster. All right, very well. The bar last week. All right, so Mario Kart at the bar was really fun, by the way. Even though it was on a 4-inch screen, still had a blast doing that. I wish it was old school Mario Kart and we're actually doing drunk driving, not this new power slide nonsense. But I had a great time either way. Mario, can't go wrong with Mario Kart.
Sure.
Hopefully next time we'll get on this bad boy up here. Turnout was insane.
Another good turnout again. Everything packed pretty much.
So the funny thing is that we had a great turnout. We did our normal karaoke, the whole 9 yards that we normally do, and it's kind of dying off. I want to say about 10:30, 11-ish, just started dying off, and then these 2 bridal parties came in.
Oh, that's right. Literally, as I was leaving at it was about 10 o'clock or a little after 10, I was leaving, and I saw them walking in.
These 2 bridal parties.
I have a picture that I will show later.
Oh,
Talbert.
Yes. Oh yeah. I got a couple pictures of Talbot myself. Not those Talbot, not those. I'm not gonna share those. I'm sharing the ones from the bar. But yeah, they came in, and then the people that were left here intermingled with them, and so I guess I should note that they were all British Royal Marines, British Navy, and something else I can't remember, but they were a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I think I got home about 3:30-ish that morning. Just saying.
I wish I could have stayed longer. I got work the next day though.
So did I.
Adulthood.
So we had a brand new bar game. Alice set up a brand new bar game for us, Mario Kart.
I just said that.
Oh.
I literally just talked about that.
To you. I heard you got destroyed.
I did get destroyed. I got absolutely destroyed. It wasn't cool. It was. I felt some kind of way about it.
Slide.
I do have to learn how power slide.
So, and for the week, Prestige top social points.
That's not really a shocker there. They come out in force pretty much every time. Keep doing it. We love you guys. I'm gonna steal myself one of those jerseys eventually.
So that's what happened last week for the most part.
Yeah.
Major topics. All right. Our 2 guests, unfortunately, are not Game of Thrones watchers. So, Tom, this is just for you. Any surprises in episode 2?
No.
No.
Episode 2 is another pregame.
Favorite scene in episode 2?
The one with the dragons.
Didn't
Isn't that
have
what
any
it
dragons.
was?
There weren't any dragons in
Oh,
episode 2.
see?
There's no dragons.
Solid
So I
guess.
don't watch
I mean,
That was a
it.
guess. That was a good guess.
I would have guessed
Favorite scene in episode 2?
the snow zombies.
I actually
or whatever
really
the
like.
fuck they're called.
I like the whole scene where everyone's just chilling around the fire drinking.
That was a good scene,
Because-
especially the whole
That's what we do.
Tormund scene. The whole
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole story was
Yeah.
great.
Did they play kickball before they were drinking around the fire?
I don't think Mikasa was making kickballs back then, but maybe.
So my favorite scene, Jamie's making his case before like the council or whatever, and Bram goes out the line,
Yeah.
the things you do for love.
Yeah, things we do. Yeah, that
Oh,
was.
that's why our team was called
Exactly.
that.
Yeah,
It made
that
no
was-
sense to me.
That
Was
was
he
good.
singing Bobby Caldwell jams after that? Or?
Predictions for tonight. I think it's gonna get real. It's gonna get real. I read some.
People People will die.
People
That's
will
my prediction
die.
for tonight.
You know, I read some crazy fan theories, and I'm really, really curious to see what happens.
Only thing I really know, anything that happened in the last 7 days about that show, since I don't watch it, is there were some giant titties that were on the screen at some point.
Oh, that's Game of Thrones. There's always giant titties. Oh no, there were
I'm
giants.
saying literally
giants.
giants titties.
Yeah. Well, they were.
Oh, Ella just laughed at your titties comment.
What else we got? Preseason
That's my whole
rankings.
thing, reference.
Revisit preseason rankings.
I mean, it's kind of hard to revisit preseason rankings now because it's not preseason anymore, and we've started to see these teams open up a little bit and see what's going on.
That said, I did say Elite 1, Prestige 2.
That's very possible. Very possible. I'm gonna go back to my whole plateau comment from week 1, where
Experienced
everyone
teams
else
aren't going to get any better.
Well, unless you do things like Wakapalooza or Circuit, then yeah, playing the leagues. I think the experienced teams right now are still they're still in their groove. They're doing what they need to do. But all these other teams are catching up. They will catch up. I promise you. There's a lot of talent out there that's still undiscovered, and maybe it's just that person hasn't tried that position yet or hasn't really found their groove yet. But once they do, I think our tournament this season is going to be not what people expect. There's going to be a couple spoilers in there.
It'll be true for the most part.
Spoilers in there.
I still fully expect Elite to be in the finals. Playing
I expect them to, but I also expect there to be a couple upsets. 1 or 2 at least. I got my eyes peeled.
So, got a few weeks in now. Let's revisit rule changes.
I mean, it's the same. It's all in the Charger. People are still bunting. Nothing's really changed. It's not as detrimental as a lot of people thought it would be. I mean, half the game. Chargers still picking up the ball where they normally pick it up, and I don't know. I don't think it's changed that much. Now you get the occasional watcher, but people have figured out that if you watch it and if they take the time to watch the ball all the way to the first or third line, that dude's on second already. It's a risk you gotta take. Unless it's a good player like that you're really concerned about, like you need that foul. I'm just I'd rather he get 1 base than 2.
Because what I've seen more and more, someone will bunt, and it's iffy whether it's going to make there, and the Chargers almost watching the person. As soon as they start, if they see them round first, they pick it up.
Yeah, and
freeze them.
Yep, I agree with that. And then, also if you have someone on third too. I mean, if you're sitting there watching the ball and that dude takes off, are you gonna watch the ball or are you gonna try to get him?
Yeah, because if you don't pick it up and you gamble, you just let a run score.
Yeah,
So.
I mean that's
Well, even still sitting there and watching it, I mean, I'm speaking obviously not from local knowledge, but even sitting there and watching it and just nobody on base and somebody running home to first. Yeah, are you really that tempted to watch everything and just start letting runners on base? I'd rather try to make the play.
Some Chargers have been that tempted.
It depends on how slow that ball rolls.
It also depends on the Charger.
as far as the Charger, it depends on the grass, it depends on
The
moisture
grass
in
is
the
a game
air,
changer.
barometric
The
pressure.
height of the grass can change the whole thing.
I don't know. In my opinion, if you're especially at a key position like Charger, if you're there to play, then play the damn ball. Run, pick it up, and gun it at first. He's either safe or he's going to be out. Instead of waiting if he's safe or it's a foul ball and he gets to do it again, and you possibly make the same mistake with it going fair.
And that's a good point. I don't think a lot of Chargers yet are at the nuanced level where, hey, they've already got 2 fouls. If this one doesn't make it, they're out. It's like, is this going to make it? They're still at that, is it going to make it or not level. They're not, hey, is this going to put someone out or not?
A lot of kickers too aren't gonna chance that iffy bunt on a
Also
third
true.
foul. Yeah.
Also true.
But hey,
It also gets interesting when you hear the whole team yell like "leave it" or something like that, and the runner stops running, and then the Charger picks
And
up the
I
ball
think
and makes the
that's
play.
that's
So
underestimated too,
There's
because
a lot of things that can happen with that.
you almost want your Charger going after it every time, and sometimes it's good backup from the team. Like, because the Charger, really, you want your Charger to be aggressive. You want them playing the ball. So really good backup from the catcher or the pitcher saying, "Don't play it. It's not going to make it," is very useful sometimes. Just as an audio cue to the Charger, like, "Hey, hold up. bad situation to play it.
It's just a lot more details you have to pay attention to now. That's all I see.
I mean, it sounds like it's more on the Charger than anything else at this point. You know, with the older rules or the competition rules, a lot of it is a conversation within the triangle between catcher, pitcher, and Charger. And with these new rules, the catcher position is not nullified because obviously there's still going to be
definitely minimized.
It's well, no, because you're still going to have a situation where a play is going to arise at home. And somebody's going to have to make a play on the ball or
That
make a
weird
play on
pop-up
the
close to home.
right.
Like girls can still bunt. Just like
100%.
boys, so.
But it's one of those things where if you're reacting that way, it's what it is it also minimalizes the conversational aspect between catcher and Charger about leaving it, whether it's touching the line, whether it's rolling foul, rolling fair, or whether it's going to stop. It sounds like it's going to be more contingent upon kind of the pitcher controlling it, the same as like Major League Baseball, where the pitcher is shifting his defense about and whatnot when it comes to the infield. It's going to be more on somebody being that louder voice and the communication to tell the Charger back off this one.
Which, the one thing that I do like about the rule changes, it really opens up catcher for girls to be like a really good catcher. Like,
True.
Noelle did it during the charity tournament for our team.
Yeah, my shoulder hurts so bad. Like, it's been sore all day, not just from the sunburn.
Yeah, I think Dewey
I
said
don't
the
know
same
how
thing.
y'all do that.
Yeah, Dewey said the same thing. She's been playing catcher and she loves it.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's
it's
the
a
thing.
lot
It
of
gives
fun.
girls like a really
A chance to be in the
physical, active
infield.
position.
Yeah, we typically don't get to play in the infield,
Well, you know.
so it's a nice change.
Yeah. Dude, I think if you put a beast girl at catcher, you're really solidifying that triangle with these new rules.
Yeah, because if you put a good girl, she can still take care of the cleanup duties for someone popping up those short pop-ups around home, and she can get the girls out easy, no problem. They're pretty short. So it's a win-win if you can secure a girl that's good at catcher.
Absolutely. Or let them practice and play. I mean, why not? Let them
That's
play.
one. For my Monday night team, I'm still trying to find a girl that
There's
can really step up
there's a
and play
million
catcher right now.
even girls that even some of the if you put a girl there and you're worried about them making the throw or whatever, there's a million different things you can do to have them work with your chart. Use your defense, use your people. There's no one thing one position has to do, especially in the infield. The infield is crazy sometimes. That's why we're almost playing. They get chaos there sometimes, organized chaos.
That and while there's natural athletes, obviously, that we've all seen, at the end of the day, none of us got the whole aspect of the game down overnight.
Right.
It came with experience. It came with playing in leagues. It came with practicing. It came with going and starting to play tournaments.
So my team, after we got absolutely destroyed in that game, I told them, you come out for a practice, you will get 1 season's worth of experience from a practice. Like, seriously, it's a huge difference.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Like, I'm sure some of these new players, they look at these players that have been playing for years and they're like, man, they're smart, they know what to do with the ball, they don't hesitate. But again, most of those players, especially the ones that have been around, maybe they just picked it up over time, but a lot of them, they ramped up their skill level with practice to get reps.
Like I said, some of it comes from that natural athlete thing. Like, I mean, I know people that I play tournaments with that are former D1 athletes that played running back. That play one of my buddies played fullback for Kansas City Chiefs. That plays with us down in South Florida. Another one was punter for the West Virginia Mountaineers in college. So it's one of those things where, granted, yes, there's going to be those exceptions to the rules where it's just those people that already have that skill set.
We get it, people. Gotcha.
You know the same people. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for that. Shirts. Everyone got their shirts? Shirts? Everyone got shirts?
We have all of them now.
All right, we got shirts. Next.
Week 4, I'm embarrassed about that, but new vendor is what it is.
Nobody cares about shirts.
All right. This past week, our regional sponsor, Papa John's, we had a buy one, get one free Wednesday.
Oh.
A lot of people took advantage of that.
Yeah, Papa
What are you
John's.
pointing at?
I don't know. Wasn't the little logo thing in the corner there?
right.
Hold on. I have.
How am I more on top of your podcast than you
there
are?
we go.
Hey there!
Hey! Yeah. Yeah, who doesn't love pizza?
I was just pointing at Tom's crotch. I was just
Hey,
getting
So,
everybody
and
to show.
those specials there, you can get anytime at all. You can use those coupon codes, discounts at Papa John's.
Now that Lent's over, I can eat pizza again. I'm really excited.
Who doesn't love
And
pizza?
Papa John's threw in a couple last minute specials for us.
Pizza
So
and tacos.
They threw in free pizzas for one person. Got 5 free pizzas, coupon codes. They can order them anytime. They also threw in
Free pizza is the best pizza.
I don't know how much I can talk about this, but a approximately $500 vacation prize
What?
for one of the people that posted their picture for Hampton Roads with the
Wow.
logo special with
I hope
box.
it's the Rose Spring of people.
Post your pizza pictures, people. No, it should be me and Ricky on my hood of my car.
It's, hold on. Brittany from Monday night won the 5 free pizzas, I believe, and I think it was Ella that won.
At a girl birthday party at your house.
I think Ella won the vacation prize. Thing.
Ella.
Really?
Yeah.
Ella, you're listening. Are you? Did you win something?
Yeah, did you win stuff, girl?
Better keep it to yourself.
And if you did, where are we going?
Yeah, where are we going?
I like to travel.
I can't say anything about the vacation because it might change. So.
All right, well.
But no, it's just another great sponsor thing we have here regionally.
All right, Wakapalooza.
All right, big topic time.
Wakapalooza.
So first off, parties. We had the Friday night meet and greet at PBR.
Yep, that was half off excellency.
No, I ordered 2 drinks right at $8.59.
Oh, you ordered 2 drinks? A whole 2 drinks? Wow.
But no, I ordered 2 drinks right before with
the
one on the
cutoff.
table already. But
Where's Meow Meow? I know Meow Meow and I definitely took advantage of that half off wristband. So, you know, the thing I will say about Wakapalooza, while this wasn't the largest Wakapalooza I've been to, the quality was there. It was a lot of fun. A lot of great teams. We had 8 teams total, but all 4 competitive teams were really awesome. We had a lot of people come down from Richmond. And granted, we had a lot of competing events this weekend. We had something in the water, which was a huge competition for us, and then another tournament up in DC. Now, the party after the tournament, what was that? Torch? I love Torch. That's good food.
love Torch.
Pimento cheese balls. That's all I'm saying. I had 2 lovely dates at Torch. Just saying. Last minute, met them there. That's fine. One's kickball, one's not. That's all. Shared a little cheesecake, you know what I mean?
so, Adam.
Yes.
Why did you sign up for the tournament?
You know, it's funny, with all the events that go on, with all the Wakapaloozas that we do, and tournaments in general, I find it more common that I get to see a lot of my Central and West Coast friends than I do get to see my East Coasters. Typically, I end up traveling west towards Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, Vegas for events. And the way that I met this lovely gentleman here is about a year and a quarter ago, I put together an availables team for another tournament. And we played together in Atlanta, and we didn't know each other from a hole in the wall. We met, we all had a blast with each other, and then a couple months ago, him, Jeremy Smithy, Shane Chambers, a lot of other people from the DC, Virginia area and Connecticut came down, and we put together an availables team in Palm Beach as well, play another tournament. So it's one of those things where it's like, A, I get to see, my friends that I don't get to see as often, and B, everybody's kind of come and played with me in my neck of the woods. So, and I like seeing those people, and it's not all one-sided. So why not come and experience something that I haven't gone to before, since I haven't come to the Virginia tournaments before, versus going to, she'll kill me for saying this, but New Mexico, and you should go to New Mexico if you have the ability next weekend.
Albuquerque was tempting. It was very tempting.
Albuquerque I went to last year when they did the first year, and it was probably one of my favorite places that I wouldn't expect to be a favorite place to go to.
We were talking about it at Scottsdale.
ABQ knows how to party.
Yeah.
ABQ knows how to party. You don't expect it, but they know how to party.
They got nothing else to do out in the desert.
Noel, I hear you have a story about how you ended up signing up for the tournament.
That's Noel. How did you sign up for the tournament?
Yeah, Brent Wentworth got me with that oop-de-oop.
Little razzle dazzle.
No, he had made a post saying that he needed a couple players to round out the 4th team for the charity side, and I was like, I'll play. I have a ton of friends, and my boyfriend played on Rogue, so they were all playing the competitive side anyway, and I was like, I love it. Oh, your boyfriend, sorry.
Fine.
Sorry.
Speaking of boyfriends, Michael Bolton just signed in. Hey, baby.
Hey. But, so I was like, yeah, I'll sign up, and so I signed up, and then I messaged Brent, and I'm like, how come I can't see the roster? I only see, my name and my captain's name, and he was like,
You are the roster.
Start recruiting. So I was like, oh, shit. All right, cool. And
Brent
so that's
does
what
that
happened, but honestly, it turned out to be a really fun group of people.
Well, hey, you have one girl.
I didn't really know I mean, I kind of knew some of the people on the team.
But how about now?
I love that. Like,
Well, a
I
bunch of new
had
friends?
so much fun playing with them.
No,
Yeah, it was a good team.
I moseyed on over there. It was fun.
Like literally, I didn't know until maybe half the people, or even were aware of half the people. Like, oh, I recognize that name, that name, that name. The rest I had no clue.
Yeah.
Literally, with everything else going on, I made the lineup 2 minutes before our first game.
You sure did.
Hey,
We tied the
Been
team
there,
that
done
won
that.
4-4,
We did tie them.
and lost to the team that was the runner-up 4-5. So we were one run
We
away
were
from.
so close, too. We had that runner on third. We were right there. But it happens.
Not close enough.
But I would say, like, overall, I had probably the most fun I've had at a local tournament in a long time. Like, just on, and I mean, I know it's the social side that I was playing on, but, like, the refs were kind of fun. Like, they would joke around with you and talk to you, but, like, just the amount of integrity that was shown. Like, the kicker would be like, the ref calls a strike, and he's like, oh, it was a one bounce. And the pitcher would be like, yeah, it was a one bounce. That was a ball. And so, like, it really was nice so that there wasn't, like, controversy or any, like, it was just a
That's how it
lot
should
of fun.
yeah, it's for charity.
A lot of fun.
And the Kickin' and Waffles team barbecuing on the field.
Oh, yeah.
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 So.
Yeah, a lot of people came over like,
And the
Do I smell
Jello
the
shots.
barbecue over here?
Casey,
Yeah.
thanks for those Jello
Well,
shots with J-Mo in them.
Speaking of Jello shots, so Chico and I came over and we were hanging out on the social side for a while, and somebody offered me some Jello shots, and lo and behold, oh my gosh, just Smirnoff Ice is in this cooler instead. Oh,
Sucker.
I should have known because the person that did this, and I'll give her a shout out in a minute, was she's trying to hold Chico, and she's like, yeah, they're not cool right there. And she's so excited, but I didn't really pick up on it, and then as I'm like, wait a minute.
wait a minute, what flavor were these ices?
That was a regular. That was a
Because
regular.
Oh, the
Brent,
original.
apparently when he got home, found one in one of his boxes of equipment.
Those rascals. But no, yeah, Janae, you definitely got me. I'm so proud of you. But no, so that's the thing. So, I mean, every season of Mondays, I've been icing people every day, and that's something we do at Circuit, and you know, it's just shenanigans that we do. It's all good fun. I didn't see it coming at all. I felt a little proud that one of my teammates did it. And she was happy as shit. And it wasn't even meant for me. It was meant for somebody else. But you know what? Whatever. And it's on my Facebook. I took a look at champ. Whatever. Janae gets rookie of the weekend for that on social side.
So, Founders Cup side, pool play scores, most are pretty close. There's only one blowout during pool play, it looks like. Sitch over Villains.
Yeah.
The rest were 6-4, 6-4, 6-5, 5-4, 6-4.
So it's funny you say that. Our first game,
Oh, that's right, you're on Villains.
Oh, yeah.
You're on Villains.
co-captain the Villains actually.
Okay.
Both of you, right? Both?
Yeah, me and Kate were captains of that team.
So why'd you get destroyed 14-0?
Well, it was against Sitch.
Okay.
So, no, we came out that game. We've all played together with one or two other people on the team. This is the curse of the availables. This is how it works. But we came out. We weren't really meshing yet. We just kind of met each other, meet and greet type thing. Going against Sitch, we didn't have high expectations. After that game, Kate reminded me that I was co-captain, and that should probably help, do administrative duties. Made a couple changes, made some positional changes. We left the lineup pretty much the same. We moved a couple people, but defensively, we made a couple swaps that I think were pretty clutch. What I was really impressed was, yes, we got destroyed by Sitch that first game, but every game after that, we progressively got better the rest of the day. And granted, so there's only 4 teams, everyone makes the semis. Every game from that got closer and closer and closer, including our rematch against Sitch in the elims, which we led them 2-0 for about 4 innings, I think.
Yeah.
And then something happened.
Back call.
Yeah.
Excuse me, something in the air here.
Oh no, it was a horrible call, and whatever. Anyways,
So what
I'm not
surprised
calling
me
the ref
the most,
out.
I mean, as close as a lot of the play was, the finals,
Yeah.
which you would expect to be a close game, a 13-1 mercy rule
Mercy
after
rule in
3
3
innings.
innings.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, how did that even happen?
So that's you're talking about Sitch here. They're the number one nationally ranked team. They take little mistakes and make them the big mistakes for the other team. That's how championships are won. That's how they get beat. Little mistakes become big mistakes. What would be one run could be 4 runs. That's where these things happen. You got to play tight. You got to play tight against them. Yeah, they have to play tight against teams like that too. They know exactly what I'm talking about when they go to these big tournaments and play like beast mode and stuff like that. It's not happening. West Palm beast mode got mercy ruled by Mambo Sauce.
That was
in the elims of a circuit tournament.
which was even funnier because the game before beast mode had mercied out. I'm trying to remember, it might have been Blackout.
There was another one I forgot what it was.
Beast mode mercied somebody, and then Mumbo Sauce mercied them.
I think Beast Mode was a little shook up by that heckler on the sidelines, all those crazy signs.
No, I mean, I think that's the thing with football. They're like, all one bad inning
can make or break a game.
It's not even one bad
And
inning. It's one play.
Yeah,
It's one miscue. It's one miscommunication, and it's not so much the play that happens. It's the ability to shake it off and everybody to keep their head up. And if you have that one person on the team that's like, you fucked up, you cost it. That's the wind out of the sails right there.
You gotta keep positive attitude. You definitely have to. I don't really know what else. But again, everyone on the competitive side, I had a blast playing all of you. I mean, granted, I played all of you here and there before, but it was a great time. It was a great time. I don't think there's any real. No, I think every game was really fun actually.
So the charity side, back and forth. There were some close games. There were some blowouts during full play. Kind of the one thing that stands out to me, Avengers probably had the most low-key pool play. It's like we tied them 4-4. The team that ended up fourth, they only beat them 6-2. But they did have a good game against the Kickening. And then they ended up winning it all. So, I mean, after our opening game, with a 4-4 tie, we didn't play that well. I mean, obviously it was just thrown together. I was like, hey, who feels good in the outfield? Who can charge? Who can pitch? That kind of thing.
Fun fact, when I signed up for the team, that happened Tuesday. And we played Saturday, so it very much came together last minute.
I mean, but even then, that's where you trying these new positions. Maybe you've never tried charge before, had the opportunity to try charge before. That's when you try to figure out these positions you like to play.
But the Avengers, they had a lot of veteran talent on their team. They had Manny Zapata, they had Journey running things.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they had a lot of knowledge and a lot of skill on that team.
Yeah, that's very soon. Yeah.
I think that same person just commented, actually.
Who?
Zapata.
Terrible call in the Sitch Villains rematch.
What happened?
No, Joseph Ezra's commented, terrible call in the Sitch Villains rematch.
Agreed.
Yeah, it was. But
I wasn't there for that. I don't know
that's what happens when you take people who don't play kickball anymore and put them as refs. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Oh.
I don't know.
Stay on the bench, buddy.
Fine. I will take personal responsibility for some of it. I was going to be repping competitive side in some capacity.
Wish you did.
But we needed another charity team, so I was talking with Brett on Monday. It was like Monday morning, and we're like, yeah, we've got like just not even 3 full charity teams. We need another one. So I'm like, well, if you can cover the competitive side, I will scrape together another charity team.
I think it was more, and I'm the last person in the world that'll sit there and really lambaste referees ever. I know how hard a job it is. I've done it multiple times out in Vegas for the national tournament in Wackapalooza. The biggest thing is trusting your referees and also being willing to talk to each other when somebody is challenging a play and actually paying attention to what's going on as a whole, as opposed to just looking to both of you looking at the one exact spot. And it was something as simple as it was a line drive that one of the girls on our team went to catch. It popped off her, and our right center came behind, slid. It popped off of him while he was trying to secure it, and he ended up securing it. And I'm standing 10 feet away, And granted, yes, I can always be accused of, oh, I'm biased because this is my own team. We're after the fact now, so I have no stake in the game. It was clean. Like, it wasn't even one of those close ones where it's like, here's the ground and I'm right. Like, even players from Sitch were like, no, it was clean off the ground catch. And but that was literally where it went from 2-0 us to 3-2 Sitch. And then at that point, because it was just such a massive blow, that would have been the third out with bases loaded. That was the wind out of the sails right there.
It is hard to reset after something.
It sucks. It just sucks.
So, hey, look, podcast doing good work. Ella confirmed that she did win. She didn't even know, and she checked because of the podcast.
Congratulations!
Good job, Ella. Where are we going?
I called dibs on that. I totally called dibs on traveling with her.
Fine. Okay.
Well, I do think it is
Welcome.
Respect the
I think it's for multiple people. So, Ella, I
Also,
mentioned
fun
you
fact-
on the podcast, so I better get an invite. More than 2 people.
I've never met Ella, but I'm really fun to travel with. I promise.
We're gonna have a blast, Ella. Oh wow,
Hi,
you
my
and
name's
Ella hanging
Noelle,
out?
and I like to party.
You should use it for Walkapalooza Vegas and have a really good time.
I like Vegas.
Speaking of secondary and third catches, you had 2 or 3 during the charity side where you popped up, got a hand on the ball, popped it up. So
The
someone else
volleyball
could catch
catch.
it.
The
Yeah.
volleyball
It's
catch.
a signature of mine that people love or hate. It just happened to work well Saturday.
It happens.
I tried it on a line drive when I was pitcher.
Bold
I didn't
stretch,
get it up high
Cotton.
enough.
You always have to go up with it.
I didn't
Give
get
that
up high
person
enough
behind
on
you
it.
a chance to get underneath
Well, I mean, to be
it.
fair, like I jumped up and just barely caught it with my fingertips. But
Actually, if I'm giving catch of the entire tournament to anybody, it's
Oh,
Sed.
Sad, yeah.
Yo, Sed was playing third base for us.
I think it was
and,
Rogue against
and,
Rogue?
Yeah, against Rogue. And I think Ricky and KZ from Sitch both mentioned something. This was a like laser line drive shot, like as hard as you can possibly get it off, like a cleanup kicker's type foot.
Yeah.
And it just goes like this, like it's going right over his head, and he just goes pop and plucks it down like this.
Just snags
and
it.
like Ricky's talking to us last night, and he's like, I saw that from my field, and I was like, holy shit.
I was on the mound then, and I looked at Seth, and the look on his face was like, I'm like, that was a sick catch. I definitely could have said that. That was a sick catch.
So, any other thoughts on the on Walkapalooza, the tournament?
Let's do it again.
It was a good time. I enjoyed my time here in Virginia. Hoping everybody, that's new to the experience of Walkapaloozas, takes it and runs and
Scottsdale shirt.
as he wears the Scottsdale Walkapalooza shirt. We got NOLA in a couple weeks, which is our next our next Walkapalooza is this weekend in Albuquerque. Then we have NOLA in a couple weeks, and then Jacksonville, I believe, is the next East Coast-based one, which is going to be July 13th over in Jacksonville, Florida.
Wait, there's a Walkapalooza in Jacksonville?
Yeah.
I'm there. Done. Done.
we Jacksonville actually has one of the biggest ones. I believe last year was 24 teams in competitive, and I think 6 or 8 teams in the fun games, and it's grown steadily every year. And then we also have a new one that we've added to the mix, August 1st through the 3rd, I believe, if my dates are on point. Boston, Massachusetts is getting a Walkapalooza. Our buddy Joe Rossi is going to be running that, so it's going to be a good time up there in
Second to the
Boston.
fourth.
You just said Walkapalooza. I can't stop thinking Walkapalooza Jacksonville. Sorry. I have a little love of Jacksonville.
And then Vegas Columbus Day weekend, which is always just
That's a blast. If you've never been, you need to get your butt out there.
Yeah,
Like,
just travel anyway. If it's not Walkapalooza is great because there's a social side and a competitive side. So whatever your flavor is.
three tournaments.
Yeah. What?
There's three kickball tournaments. There's dodgeball. There's volleyball that we have out there at Walkapalooza
Well, damn.
for
It's
Vegas. So
And-
Vegas has
So bar games, yeah.
so Vegas has
yeah.
the Founders Cup tournament, which is the more competitive centric one. We have a fun games tournament, which is literally teams come out in theme. Shout out to last year's winner, Twerk Force, who came in Air Force aviators and caps, and then wore gold speedos, guys and girls. And then you have
Don't give anybody any ideas.
No.
Right?
and then you have the open,
Don't
which
do
is
it.
that medium ground of competitive players that don't want to go balls to the wall, but also want more of a competitive natured tournament to participate in. Like I said, there's also volleyball and dodgeball, and
So just traveling, just the people you meet when you travel is fantastic. We were talking about this the other day. Like if I left Virginia and I drove to San Francisco, I could probably go the entire
have
way
this conversation, yes.
and not spend a single night in a hotel because I know a kickballer somewhere that will put me up for the night. I have couches across the country, and you've been doing this a long time too. You probably the same thing, circuit, police circuit. I mean, it's all the same players. Everyone plays the same thing anyway. But,
I only ever see with Missy.
well,
Yeah.
maybe you should expand your horizons. Gotta learn to trust people.
Steering back to Monday nights a little bit, draft league update.
Oh, draft
We
league.
announced our first set of captains last week, Talbert and Alicia. Captaining Bunt Cheeks, and they'll be wearing majestic purple.
Majestic.
Majestic purple.
Purple Rain.
Oh,
So we actually have one new set of captains that signed up and are waiting to be announced.
Yes, we do.
And another set of captains that are ready to go. We can't announce them yet because we don't have people signed up for the Monday Night Draft League yet.
sign up, y'all.
Draft league is
So-
so much fun.
Every
That
time
sounds
we
fun.
get 15 players signed up, nine guys and 6 girls, we announce another team. So
Yep.
in other words, when we have another team worth of players, we announce the captains.
Just gonna say,
So it's not like captains are getting together and drafting everybody as free agents. It's just the next 15
No,
people
no,
to sign up.
no,
or
it's absolute-
No.
it's
We
absolute
actually
NFL draft.
We do a draft.
It's just
Okay.
that we don't announce another team until we
There's
have
enough
another team
players for
signed
that.
up. for the
Gotcha.
league.
So
Okay.
all right. I
It's
see
a
how you're
numbers
breaking it down.
thing.
Okay.
Just saying, there might be some limited. There's some jerseys going on. I don't know, a whole bunch of crazy
I've
nonsense.
captained draft leagues before. It's a lot of fun. I've never.
Why
I've actually
aren't
never.
you, why
I've
aren't
never
you
played to
signed up
sign
for
up.
my Monday draft league?
Sorry. Because it's
Unbelievable.
Mondays and stuff.
She was waiting to see who went undrafted at the NFL draft this weekend, so she could reach out.
Come on, draft guys. You guys have a bunch of
All
fun
right,
draft leagues.
mailbag time.
Mailbag.
I'm not sure I'm ready for. Hold on.
Another drink?
Your bucket of rum.
I'm out.
All right.
Mine's gone.
All right.
Sufficient.
Is it mailbag time? It is mailbag time.
All right, so mailbag time. All right, here we go. If the ball hits the runner on third when kicked, is it fair or foul?
Fair.
It's fair
Right.
It is
because the
fair.
person's standing on the base of fair territory. However, if they do something that's deemed by the referee as, like, say they try to kick the ball out of play or they knock
Or
it
knock it
into
down,
foul
yeah.
territory, that's another story. That gets
Shoulder
into whole
check.
separate,
Yeah.
whole
If
separate interference.
If you dome your own
obstruction
player
type
at third,
issue.
hey, you're a douche.
Also, if
Yeah.
bases are loaded and that ball hits the player, that player's out.
That is
Yeah,
also a
this is
true
a force,
statement.
yeah.
They are forced off the bag.
Yep.
If there's a forced play and that kicker or the runner's hit with the ball,
So that was a
it'd
pretty
be
easy
out.
one. I'll take that one all day. All right. Next up, should a player get a warning for touching the ball before a strike, ball, or foul is called, or just be called out, regardless of how many seasons they have played? So I mean, technically,
Wait, so are we talking about? Are we talking about?
Tournaments or
Like, are we talking about like newer players that like when they don't kick the ball and they pick it up
so
with the intent
on,
of throwing
on
it back
Monday
to the
nights,
pitcher?
we try to train people the right way. Don't touch the ball. But we typically, especially before the playoffs in the regular season, we give a grace period. Because, you know, these people are just trying to be helpful, you know?
Well,
I'm
in
not
other
going to kick
leagues-
that pitch. I'm just going to pick it up and toss it back to the pitcher.
Especially
not
other
the
leagues
right
don't
thing
count
to
it like
do,
that,
but
so-
exactly.
And league play is really Monday nights is to get you ready for the playoffs. Like that's where you play. That's where you get your rankings. That's where you learn the game. That if you don't know it already, that's part of learning the game.
And in the grand scheme of things, should they be called out? No. Because even if you play it out by the rules, if they touch the ball in any way in the kicker's
foul.
box, it's a foul. So
well,
it's not an automatic out.
no, if it's in play, it's supposed to be or whatever. But
Now, if it's in play, that's a
silly.
different story. But most people, when they do it, they're sitting 3
If
feet
you need-
behind the plate, and they pick up the ball and roll it back.
If you need to take
So-
it out like that, I think that's really cheesy. Really cheesy.
It's more of a tournament
And
move
a tournament
than it
thing
is.
is
yeah.
It's,
But
and
at that point, that's when you expect everyone to know all the rules. And
well, sure, and at the same token, part of knowing the rules, and I'll play devil's advocate for a second, is
Here we
part of knowing the rules is experiencing the legitimate rules being called, not the subsequent rules. So, yes, I agree with the grace period thing. In person, like I'll tell you guys, as far as us playing in South Florida, nobody ever gets called for that. It's a tournament thing
Yeah.
only when we play
Yeah, we
down
go
in
with that
Florida.
tournament only.
But I can see it both ways.
Alright, here's another one. Does the pitcher have the right to pitch the ball if the kicker is in the box? regardless if they are ready or not.
Yep.
I would say yes.
You don't even have to be in the box. Like,
Well,
if you start behind the box, you're not in the box.
So I would
but
say,
if the kicker is in the box, I would say the pitcher has the right to throw the ball.
It's really up to the.
Also, if you're not ready, if you're talking to someone, you're tying your shoe, step out of the box.
right.
So
It's
here,
okay to say I'm not
But
ready and
again-
take your
Oh,
second.
I mean,
but
Again,
if
Monday
you're
nights we have a
standing
little bit
there-
of like this happened to me. I think it was week 1 against New Kicks on the Block.
I think by the rules,
Because
actually.
I have a habit of I try to pitch quick. Like I don't want to give the kicker any time. So as soon as I get the ball back, quick second, scan the field, make sure
That
everything's
guy.
right, turn around and pitch right again. I don't even look. Like I know where the plate is. I'm not looking at the kicker to see if they're ready. I'm just pitching again.
so
And it happened, the New Kicks kicker, she was like talking to the ref or something like that. And it was a strike, and the ref was like, well, that was a strike. And I'm like, no, let's just pitch it again. It doesn't count, but
So the answer is neither. It's really at the ref's discretion, and it's not even discretion. It's more the ref's ability to control the pace of the game. While yes, we are trying to get as much playing time in as possible in league play or tournament, at the end of the day, it's not like baseball where I have to stand in a physical box in order to be able to
yeah,
legally
because
make
the
contact with
kicker's
the ball.
allowed to stand anywhere they
I could stand 10 feet back and run into the box and make contact in the back of the box as long as my plant foot is in there. So it's kind of an arbitrary decision as to, that person's near the box so they're ready.
Right.
So the way I've always done it has just been like, batter, you ready? Cool. Next
See,
batter.
I normally do that to start the inning. I'll just make sure the first kicker's ready before the pitch happens. But also if I'm reffing too, and if there's any kind of if I notice weird side discussion going on, or I know someone's not ready, like I'll step out on the plate, I'll put my hand up so the pitcher knows, like, hey, this doesn't count.
Sure.
That kind of thing.
It's the same thing in baseball. You'll see the refs go like this to the the pitcher on
Right.
the mound until the batter's set in their box and got their swing motion in. And everything.
So again, it's a social league. It's not a tournament. We're trying to do the right thing.
Right.
Your question, Tom. You didn't wait. Oh, you're still
He's so
drinking?
excited.
He wants to drink a lot.
So
tonight.
everyone should get ready. Tom literally just drained a bucket to answer this question.
So, mailbag question. Hottest chick in the league. Hold on, wait. I was just checking how much tires I had in my car. It's probably getting slashed after this one. I don't think that's a fair question, honestly. I might be the hot. Yeah, Tal. Yeah, Tal the hottest chick in the league. It's 2019. You can be anything you want. You know what I mean? Come on, people. We gotta. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? I will take contestants in my DMs, and we'll go from there. But, I'm not
I'm
gonna.
just gonna say a name.
Huh?
Just say a name.
I'll take my date from Wakapooza. I'll give Tara. I'll go Tara. Tara Sand Street. Yeah. She's got a great personality.
Okay.
I said it with a straight face. Love you, Tara.
Wow.
Don't stop me.
Oh.
Damn.
I think she lives close to here. You might be in trouble.
Oh yeah, she's gonna kick my ass. That's fine. Oh, I did get slapped Saturday too.
Tequila slaps or regular slaps?
No, I got slapped by a girl in the bar. It was pretty fun.
Oh, awesome.
So Ella
It was
was
an
like,
agreement, though.
answer it.
I don't live here. I can't answer it.
Yeah. In Monday Night Kickball, I have to review the roster to tell you the truth. I haven't have enough time to do all that research yet. There's a lot of people in the group that aren't playing, so I don't think they're actually eligible. So
That's true. They have to be playing.
they have to be playing. I'll review the rosters. We'll come back to that next
So
week.
I'll be there tomorrow.
we'll cover this again next week. Tom's gonna do some Facebook stalking.
Yep,
in the
I'm gonna
meantime.
stalk the shit out of
I'll be at
everybody.
the games tomorrow, so what I'll do is I'll walk around
Yeah.
for 2 hours and just objectively look
impartial.
at everybody.
What's your name?
And
So
Adam's
if you see this
impartial.
guy
on this.
coming around and asking your name, you know why.
Adam's impartial on this, not biased. He is from South Florida though, so it might be a little. Might hurt some feelings
I mean,
tomorrow.
my opinion, everyone likes different things, so
Exactly.
it's very subjective. Very subjective.
Just don't like people on your own team unless you're married or something like that.
Week
That's just-
5. Week 5.
Yeah, 5-week rule.
Five,
Yeah.
yes, the 5-week
She knows.
rule.
If you don't know what the
I've
5-week
been
rule
playing
is,
for 12 years.
Google
I
it.
know the rules.
Why didn't we think of this sooner?
Yeah, I know.
This
like,
backlighting
you
is
see us now.
Yeah, we should have done that. Next.
All right. Now that we've played a few weeks, have you seen any up-and-coming talent that may be a threat in the next few seasons?
I see a ton of upcoming talent, and I see a ton of stuff that's going to flower in draft league if they show up.
Biggest standout I can think of is a guy, New Kicks on the block. He's been playing Charger for them. Quick, athletic.
And drink flawless.
What? Hold on. But, thank you. Why is last week different from any other week that you played kickball in your entire life?
I didn't say it was.
Yeah, all right, then.
I didn't say it was.
But I'm saying that then it shouldn't affect your ability to answer the question or
I
judge
can
it.
barely remember the tournament, okay?
So Chargers and New Kicks. Shout out to that guy.
All right. Pinto, why are you asking stupid questions?
Actually, wait, hold on.
What did Pinto ask?
No shoes, who's your charger?
What?
You over there?
Yeah, he's there.
Brian, who's your charger?
Is it Cody?
Who's your charger?
For the tournament next weekend?
No, for New Kicks.
no. New
New
Kicks.
Kicks.
Cody, taller, athletic.
One of the boys in the team. Yeah.
I think his name's Cody. I could be
That's
wrong.
helpful.
One of the boys on
One
the
of the boys on the team.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that.
Whatever.
So
Shout
Pinto
out to
asked-
you, bud.
So, somebody wanted your hottest girl answer.
Oh, I was like, where'd the bartender go?
We're past that.
Ella, I am not stepping into that land.
See, I can't see all the questions. I have a
Our
different watch party.
charger is not listed. He's like top secret. He signed up like way early, and he's gonna surprise everybody.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got one?
And then, is there or can there be a discount code for someone who can get new people to sign up for draft league?
Waka has referral
especially
codes,
females?
don't they?
Not on the new site yet. It's supposed to be there by the end of the year.
For a program in like bigger markets like DC and stuff.
No, they actually, before they rolled over the websites, they just opened it up to all of Waka.
Nice.
And actually, if you had some in the old system, if you're a Monday night player, message myself. I'll talk to Brent and we'll get your referral discounts transferred over to the new system with a coupon.
There you go.
Any questions like that, definitely ask, because
Yes.
I mean, we want to grow the league as much as we can.
And to be quite frank, part of the reason why the referral program was not rolled out with a new website is because every single person registering on the new website would have been a new referral, technically, because it's a brand new account. So, but it's supposed to, Adam, it's supposed to be out by the end of the year, right?
I don't know an official answer at this point, so I'm going to do what the referee told me yesterday and stay in my lane.
Okay. Oh, way to call me out.
Not you. That was a first and a first time for everything in all my years.
Any last minute mailbag questions in the group? Anything?
Anybody
Yeah,
else have
Ellen,
any questions?
asked Brian a question.
No, I said
I'll
I'm
ask.
not walking that
She
way.
said,
Well, so that being said, I mean, we have to be fair, so we need some girls from the league next week to come on, and we have to do the who's the hottest guy.
There we go. Next week.
I don't. Yeah.
Y'all have fun with
you
that.
should pose that question tomorrow. That way they have a week to think about the ability to answer that question.
Well, we gotta find it. We gotta find somebody who's willing to come on. Girls
be all right.
get a little chicken out here. I don't know why. They don't want to come and talk. Just BS
I
with
mean,
us.
it's
I think
a
it's your
full
fault,
hour
Tom.
being this close to y'all. So.
Hey.
These two are gonna
I
buy.
can understand
These
that,
two are
so.
gonna buy you drinks, and then you're gonna watch Game of Thrones. What are you really afraid of? Look at it.
It's true. It's true.
And there's like
That's
$2.
right, dude,
What is
you
it? $1,
drinks.
$2 tacos. They're good.
Yeah.
All right, so upcoming week, Monday Night Kickball. Cloudy and 62 degrees at game time.
Perfect.
That is good
Beautiful.
kickball weather.
Beautiful.
6:30 games. Fusion versus SK. Elite's reffing that one. On the Swamp Field, we have Prestige versus New Kicks. Kick James is reffing that one. And then for our 7:30 games, Fusion has a doubleheader against Elite. Prestige is reffing. Actually, Prestige is reffing all the games for 7:30. And then Kick Names versus Kick James on the Swamp Field.
Yeah.
Bar game is Flip Cup. That is a league favorite, typically.
Yes.
Survivor
And
or team?
Undecided, I think.
Yeah.
We do.
Talk to Ella. See what's up. Ella, Survivor
It
team.
varies, but
We
we
had
try
team
not to
last time.
penalize teams. So if you got only 4 people, the other team only can have 4. But
we
it is
did-
Survivor, kind of.
Yeah, because they were kicking people off last time.
You can do team Survivor.
We did.
Get a male and a female from each team, and just let it go at Survivor.
No, I forgot what we did last year, but I think it was I forgot what it was last year.
I will say this: when we done Flip Cup before, this is about a year ago. Right over that corner, right over there, Ricky Mackin. He was down to the last man on his team. First round that he played, he beat the other team.
Yeah.
He was about to repeat the second round until he ran from the table to go puke in the bathroom.
Oops, it happens.
That's nasty.
It is Flip Cup.
And he was just doing water, but it was so
It
much
is.
water, chugging that
Oh
much
yeah,
water.
there's a lot of water. A lot of water. I'd rather do no. I'm good.
And then for the social challenge, it's mirror photo. Pretty easy. You know, people you got to do mirror image.
I'll Google it.
It's like,
Yeah, Google it.
okay, stick your hand out.
Oh, like this?
Like that mirror. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know why that's so complicated. It's very easy. All right. Predictions on games.
Slacking on social challenges.
So you guys really don't know this, but
I don't care. I'll get predictions.
Fusion SK, who's gonna win, Tom?
I'm showing no quarter on some of my former draft team teammates.
Oh.
So, honestly,
After
I'm gonna go Fusion.
That's not so bad,
Let me
too.
I'm
let me see
going
this.
Fusion.
Is that the schedule? Let me see
Don't let me
this.
down, Fusion. Don't you let me down.
I'm just gonna.
well, I just have to mess with Emily.
I'm gonna make all my predictions based on just
The name, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
what does SK stand for.
Shit Can Commandos.
Oh, it's your team.
I'm gonna go with Fusion.
I hope you're right.
Don't let us down,
I
Fusion.
expect
Don't let
nothing
us
less
down.
from my friends.
Prestige versus New Kicks.
You want me? Are we I thought you were.
you're doing
I thought you
all
were
of
reading
them.
the. I'm doing
You're
all.
doing
All
all of
right.
them.
On the Swamp at 6:30, it's Prestige versus New Kicks. Prestige is the undefeated team at the event, and New Kicks is.
The one with that charger that he thinks will be a threat
Yeah.
later in the season.
I think I saw the rankings earlier. They're 0-2, right?
Yes, New Kicks is
They're gonna get their first win this week.
In the
Signed, sealed, and
swamp.
delivered.
In the swamp.
Boom.
I like it.
Boom.
I would
The
guess the
underdog.
same. I would
Go
guess
for
the
underdog.
same.
Okay.
At 7:30 at the Lot Field, it's Fusion versus Elite.
Ooh, Fusion's already warmed up because they just beat Tom's team. I feel like they're gonna be on that high. I'm going Fusion again.
So I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna say that the Shit Can All Stars are gonna be dropping a lot of ice bombs on Fusion, and so they're not gonna be able to really hang for Game 2. So I'm gonna go with Elite. And at the Swamp we have you put Kick Names versus Kick James.
Yep.
Yeah,
Is that
it's-
right?
It's
Yes.
Kick Names, Take Balls versus Kick James pitch.
Yeah. Hmm. I'm gonna go with the Chappelle Show reference and say Kick James.
Okay.
Old strategy.
So I think you're gonna go
I think it's
1 out
possible.
of 4 on your picks.
I think I'm 4 for 4.
So I'll be out there tomorrow refereeing. So if anybody has a 5, a 10, or a 20, just letting you know that's how I roll.
Or my Venmo is Hustler.
So
At Hustler 305, make it. No, I might have changed it.
can I pay you in pictures?
Don't believe that because I was told I was getting a picture tonight. I haven't gotten shit. So.
Night's not over yet.
And it's true.
I said bucket actually.
Not you.
It's tomorrow, right?
Yep.
All right, no muscle relaxers for me tomorrow. I will take a bucket of alcohol.
Bucket of
Anybody who wants to,
alcohol.
and anybody who wants to raise the stakes, we can talk, and I'll be refereeing your game.
And also talk to them about putting in a team for Wakapalooza Jacksonville.
All right. Does anybody have anything else they want to cover?
I have
Did we
my
miss
team
anything?
going to Jacksonville, so.
Yeah, we can beat them too this one.
All right, guys, this is fun.
All right. So obviously we're Bucketheads. Shout out to Bucketheads for hosting us as always, which is awesome. Hold on.
Buckets.
There we go.
Buckets.
Bucketheads.
The best buckets. Best $8 you'll ever spend.
Anyway, Game of Thrones comes on here in
Yeah.
25 minutes.
Oh, see, we got some fans.
Is that the
now.
only reason you guys are here? You're not here for the podcast and kickball. You're here for.
Come on.
Man,
We'll get them in the league
we're
too.
not a
Don't worry
very good
about it.
draw. So anyway,
They're just waiting for us to stop talking so they can get in.
I was honestly here for the musician that was playing before you guys.
so anyway, you guys have a great night.
One more song,
All right, guys,
one more
see you later.
song.
We'll see you tomorrow.
2 more songs.
Bye, guys.
We are done.
2 more songs.